Welcome you all. Now we are going to demonstrate how to make a simple electroscope. Know that a simple electroscope is a device that used to test static electricity, static charges, to mean charges that are at rest. So let's look on the equipments we have to use. Here you see that you have a bottle and you have aluminium foil, and this is a copper wire, and you have a plastic material. Again you have scotch, and this is a nail, and again you have a razor. So let's look on what will be going on by collecting those equipments. This bottle it is transparent so as to look inside. This aluminium foil, it is where we cut two small aluminium foil, and this is the wire to be used together with those aluminium foil by inserting them in the bottle. This plastic material, it is we have to rub it so as to produce to test the static electricity through this wire. And this scotch, we have to use it by closing the bottle so as to remove gaps. And this nail, we have to use it to make a hole. In this bottle opener, to make a hole, we have to use this nail. And this razor is being to be used to cut those. Now, after explaining the equipments and their use, let's start our experiment of making this simple electroscope. By starting with this bottle, we have to make a hole in this bottle opener. And after making, you see that this is a hole. And after making a hole, we have to insert this plastic hole. We insert them. We insert it in this bottle opener like this. And this copper wire, we have to bend it. We have to bend it so as to insert this, these aluminium foils. But before bending, you have to insert it in this hole. I want to insert it in this hole. And after inserting this copper wire, you have to bend it here, to make this smaller bend. And after this, we are going to cut two small aluminium foil. I have to cut two small aluminium foils. After cutting the aluminium foils into smaller two pieces, you see these are the two pieces of aluminium foils. We need to make a hole so as to insert in this copper wire. Let's make a hole in these two aluminium foils. See that this is a hole. We make a hole. And after making this hole, we have to insert them in this bent wire. And you have now two aluminium foils which are attached to this bent wire. And after this, we are going to insert these two aluminium foil in our bottle like this, and you close. To remove the gap, let's use the scotch. Have to remove the gaps so as no space that should be left. Now our bottle is open, is closed with, inside you have two aluminum foils attached to this copper wire, and you are going to test if those aluminum foils have charges. The way of testing, you have to rub this plastic material, and after rubbing, we approach this aluminum, this copper wire, so as to test if those aluminum foils have charges. Now let's start by testing. Let's rub this plastic material. You rub, and after rubbing, you have to approach this copper wire. You see that, and you rub. Let's rub this plastic material so as to test if those two aluminum foils have charges. We rub, and after rubbing, you approach here. We rub, and you approach to this wire. You see that inside the two aluminum foil, they are separating to mean they have charges. Let me repeat so as to look the experiment where you rub, and you approach here to the